Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at this waterproof Bluetooth speaker from CDRKING. Now this is actually a replacement. The first one I bought, when I plugged it in to charge it, the light wouldn't come on and it simply wouldn't charge. So I took it back, got it replaced, there was no argument, and this new one's been working fine. Now I've been testing this for around a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and I've been very impressed with it. Now I actually tested a number of different Bluetooth speakers in the store, and this was the one that sounded the best. Now it's not the cheapest, it's 990 pesos, but I'm actually going to be giving this away, so stay tuned till the end of the video to find out how you can get your hands on this. Now aside from the speaker, in the box you get a little micro USB charge cable and you get a little 3.5mm audio connector. So if you don't want to use it for Bluetooth, or if your device doesn't support Bluetooth, you can just plug this into your phone or whatever and then connect directly to the speaker. So it's nice to have that option. Now just like all of these cheap Bluetooth speakers, when you turn it on and off there is a voice. So let's listen to this one.
Bluetooth.
So you can see that sounds like a, how could I describe it, a Western voice, like a Caucasian perhaps. Now let's turn it off.
Turn off.
Turn off. Then you get a Chinese voice. So it's weird that they mixed up the voices, but there you go. That's the two voices when you turn it on and when you turn it off. Now what I like about this speaker is that the Bluetooth range is very, very good. Like I can put this quite far away from my phone and I can still stream. That's a problem I've had with some of the other cheaper speakers, that they just don't have very good range. Let's try play some music. Now I don't know how easily you can tell on the video, but it has some bass. So many of these Bluetooth speakers don't have any bass at all. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't going to compete with a UE Boom or another high-end Bluetooth speaker, but for its price and for its size, it's got a good bit of bass. So yes, the sound quality is pretty impressive and the Bluetooth range is pretty good as well. Now one thing I haven't even tested yet, one thing I haven't tested yet is this cable here, so let's actually give it a go. So we just pull this little flap down here, because of course it is waterproof. Well, they say waterproof.
Line input.
But when you read the box, it actually just says water resistant. So yeah, what I think that means is that it could have some splashes on it, but you couldn't submerge it. Anyway, let's try and test this out. Plug it into the iPhone. Oh wow, it's even louder. So that works really well, and it's actually even louder. So I've been quite impressed with this. Let me unplug that.
Bluetooth.
And that's quite clever actually. When the line in is plugged in, it turns off the Bluetooth to save power. And then when you unplug it again, it turns Bluetooth back on. That's a nice little touch. And some of you may have noticed that aside from the charging port and the line in, there's also a little slot here. Now that's for a micro SD card, because you can actually fill a micro SD with music like MP3 files, put it in there, and then play it without even needing another device. So you can use this completely standalone. So pretty nice feature. Now let's take a look at the back of the box so you can see the features that it's got. So you can see it says it's waterproof but non-submersible, so don't like dunk it in a bucket of water. It also has a microphone for hands-free calling, but honestly I think most people would just use this to play music. Now it says it has a 2200 mAh battery, which should last around 8 hours with 3 to 4 hours charging. Now I haven't run it for an 8 hours straight, but I run it for like 3 hours, then another couple of hours, then another hour, and I would say I've probably had, I don't know, maybe 8 hours already. So if it's not true, then it's very, very close to that. It does last for a very long time, so I'm quite impressed with that, because sometimes these, like what they say on the back of the box, isn't very true, but in this case, if it's not 8 hours, then it's definitely very close to that. So far everything I've said about this has been positive. Does that mean it's perfect? Well, no, because like I said, I had to replace this. When we tested it in the store, it charged, and I thought everything was okay, but then when I got home and tried to charge it, it wouldn't work anymore. So do keep hold of your receipt. Since then it appears to be absolutely fine, this replacement, but yeah, just keep your receipt at least for the first week or so. Now the other slight, not so much a problem, but a little bit of annoyance is that when you change tracks, sometimes there's like a bit of interference or a blip or something like that on the speaker. It's not completely smooth. Let's see if we can pick it up. Now I don't think you can really hear it on the camera, and it's not that big a deal, but it is something I noticed this speaker does which my other Bluetooth speakers doesn't do. When it's changing tracks there's a little bit of like interference noise on the speaker, but it's really not a big deal. Now to be honest, I'm a little bit hesitant to actually get this wet because it is meant to be a giveaway, but then what kind of review would it be if I didn't get a waterproof speaker wet? So let's actually put that to the test. Now I'm not going to dunk it because it does say it's not submersible. I'm just going to get water and pour it over different parts. Okay, so it's had a pretty good dunk. Let's see if it can still play music. I mean, I'm sure it will because it didn't really have too much water on it. And there you go, it seems to be absolutely fine. Now let me just dry this up and then tell you a little bit more about this. Okay, so it's mostly dry now. Now I've actually opened up another one of these and looked at this top part here, and there's no seal between where these two bits of plastic go together. There's no rubber seal, so definitely if you used to submerge this, water would go inside. I think for rain and splashes and things like that it will be fine, but yeah, don't push it too far because the waterproof rating on this is, yeah, it's very limited, but it can definitely survive a few splashes, so you know, gets a thumbs up for that. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will be giving this away. Now you must be inside the Philippines. Sorry, but at the moment I can't really afford to ship this to other countries. To be honest, the shipping would cost more than this product's even worth. So it is only for the Philippines. Now of course there will only be one of these given away because I only have one piece. All you have to do is leave a comment down below confirming you're inside the Philippines and tell me something that you bought from CDRKING. Now if you've never bought anything from CDRKING, just tell me something you've seen for sale inside a CDRKING store that you thought was interesting, and then on December 11 I'll write down everyone's name, put them inside a hat and pick out one random name, and I'll send it out to you. It's as simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.